Boop. There we go. Awesome. You can start warming up if you like. Aim for the dots, as always. Aim for the dots on your warm-up. You have a racket? I can loan you one. We have lots. There you go. You can pick one of these. Any one of those. All right, you can grab a ball, start warming up. Do you need a racket? Do you have shoes? Yeah. Coach.
Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, coach. Keep telling me he's not all broken up, can't move.
Oh.
So he's just here to listen.
Oh, okay. So I understand. Okay, that's great. Yeah. All right. Okay, so you can start warming up. Just aim for the dots. The dots on the ground. Start warming up. Aim for the dots on the ground. Is that everybody? Good stuff. All right, so I'm missing one person. They're not in here, are they? Peter, you can come stand right here if you like, between the nets. What's that? Sure. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Dots. Aim for the dots. Yep. So let me show you. You go behind your dot, and we're just going to aim for each other's dots. There we go. Aim for your dot. Aim for my dot. There we go. That's all we're doing. Just aim for the dots right now. Awesome. So just do that, Nick. Okay? Good job. You're hitting dots. All right. So you guys are just going to hit those two dots. You guys just aim for those two dots. Have a good day, Susan. Good to see you again. Okay, everybody. Grab your balls. Hold your balls. It's really echoey in here, so we're just going to go have a chat in the lobby where it's less echoey, and then we'll come back in here. So follow me. Have a good one, Janice. Yeah. All right, everybody, welcome to A102. So this course, 102, is part of a three-part course. 101 is where you learn how to hit the ball, so the warm-up that we're doing today. This is really what we focused on in 101. In 102, I assume that you already know how to hit the ball, so I'm not going to stop and teach anybody how to hit the ball. We're just going to jump right into learning how to learn the rules of the game. We're going to learn, there's an 85-page rule book. We're only going to go maybe 10 pages into the rule book today. Okay? We're not covering all the rules. I'm just covering enough to get you started. Okay? And then there's a course called 103, which is for people who feel that they want a little more practice. So if you skipped 101 and you went right into 102, definitely take 103 before you start playing. For most people, A101 and 102 is enough, or 2 and 3 is enough. But some people want 1, 2, and 3, and if you need it, take it. That's exactly why we offer it. Okay? Pickleball is not tennis. It's not badminton. It's not squash. So you may have some transferable skills from those other games, but pickleball is still a different game, and it's definitely worth your while to learn how to hit the ball like a pickleball player, because if you're hitting it like a tennis player, a badminton player, a squash player, you're going to struggle until you learn to hit it like a pickleball player, if that makes sense. Okay, when people come into this class, they often come in from the parking lot through the front door with a question in their mind that they want answered before they go home today. Did any of you have one of those questions? The one thing you wanted to find out for sure coming in today? No?
Maybe like boundaries and like the rules. Like,
Yep,
yeah.
We're going to be covering that for sure. Yeah.
How to do the scores.
Scorekeeping, okay, yeah, we're covering that today. That's good. Yeah. Has anybody here played yet? You played once or a few times? Yeah. You played once. Have I taught you before?
I was here last week.
Last week. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
We partnered up last week. Yeah, we met last week.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. That was a great group last week, wasn't it?
Oh, we had fun.
Yeah, great group.
That's why we're back.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to learn today is the difference between a ground stroke and a volley. A ground stroke is any ball that hits the ground before I hit it with my racket. Any ball that hits the ground before I hit my racket. A volley is any ball that doesn't hit the ground before I hit it with my racket. Right? So people will often say, I want to go volley. What they mean is I want to go rally. There's a difference between a rally and a volley. A rally has a beginning and an end. It's when you hit the ball back and forth, and it ends at some point when somebody hits it out of bounds or into the net or it bounces twice on the court. That's a rally. A rally ends either with a point or a change of serve in pickleball, or even a side out. A volley is different. That's a ball that you hit before it bounces. There are specific rules around volleys, and there are some rules around ground strokes. And it's important that you understand the difference between a volley and a ground stroke if you want to play pickleball, because you have to understand those rules. So we're going to go into the room and we're going to do some rallies where we're only hitting ground strokes. So the ball is going to come over the net to you, it's going to bounce on the ground, and then you're going to hit it back. We're going to do controlled rallies. We're just going to be aiming for the dots, because I don't want anybody hitting anything to the back of the court yet, because we're not there yet. All right, that's what we're going to go in the room to do, so let's go do that.
That's you call the kitchen area.
Yep, I'll get to that. You're way ahead of me, Nick. All right, since there's only 7 of us, I'm going to make the room smaller. All right, so I'm going to watch out. Don't let me hit you with the net. There we go. And you can go on this side, Nick. I'm going to pull the curtain. You can grab your chair, Peter, if you want. You can grab your chair. All right. So just let me be you for a second, Jerry, okay? So we're just going to have one ball between the 4 players, and we're just going to rally, trying to aim for the dots. Keep it going. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that was a volley. Oh, did you see that? I hit a ball out of the air, so we would stop there. So we're only going to hit ground strokes. the second somebody hits a volley, we're all going to say, volley! Right? This is a volley recognition drill. I'm teaching you to recognize the difference between a volley and a ground stroke. So as soon as somebody hits a volley, I want everybody to say, volley! Okay? We're going to start with you three on the sideline. Sorry, you're going to be in here, Jerry. We're going to start with you two on the sideline. So, Deb, you're going to go over to the far post. Nick, you're going to be right here. All right, go ahead. We only need one ball on the court, so you can serve, Sue. I'll take Jerry's ball. All right. We're just starting from up here, and we're going to serve with a ground stroke, which means it bounces on the ground before you hit it. Okay? Thank you. Here we go. In for the dots. Dots. Oh! That was almost a volley, wasn't it? Oh, that was a volley. That was a volley. Yeah. So there's two ways to serve in pickleball. You can volley serve, but you can also ground serve, drop serve. Right now we're just doing a drop serve. Okay? Okay? Now, you can hit a volley, right? That's fine. You can hit a volley. We're just going to say volley, and then we're going to stop and we're going to reset. Okay? I do want some volleys hit so that we can say volley. All right, here we go. All right, okay, everybody rotate one position. So you're going to come here, you're going to go on, there we go. Yeah, you're right there. Perfect, Sue. Okay, I'll take one of the balls. Awesome. That's okay. Try again. Okay. Rotate, one position. Yeah. Yeah, you can say mine. Okay, rotate one position. Rotate one position. You can say mine. Yeah, that's fine. Aim for the dots. Volley! Okay, we're going to do one more. Rotate one position. Oh, sorry, where did the ball go? Over there. Do you need anything, Peter? Do you need anything? Yeah, for now. Aim for the dots, guys. Aim for the dots. Volley! Okay. Everybody come on in so you can hear me. Let's go stand around Peter so Peter can hear us. We're just going to go over to Peter. Have a seat. This is our king. He's in the throne. He's our king of the day. Okay. So volleys are allowed in pickleball, but there are conditions. So the very first two, so from the serve and the return, those both have to be ground strokes. So the first two shots, we go serve, bounce, return, bounce, and then we're allowed to volley after that. We don't have to, but we're allowed to. But we can't volley from just anywhere in the court. There's a blue line. Between the blue line, let's go over there and look at it. Okay. Between the blue line and the net, this is called the no volley zone. Can you guess what you're not allowed to do in the no volley zone? Correct. That's very perceptive. Right? So the no volley zone means you're not allowed to volley in here. Are you allowed to hit a ground stroke in here? Yeah. Are you allowed to stand in here? Yeah. You can go in, you can go out, you can, if you brought a bike, you could ride your bike in here. You can scroll TikTok in here if you want, but you cannot scroll TikTok and hit a volley, right? That would be a fault. So, if my foot is in the no volley zone, if any part of my body is touching the no volley zone and I hit a volley, that's a fault. If I'm touching the ground with my finger and I hit a volley, that's a fault. Okay? Also, if my forward momentum of hitting a shot causes me to step into the zone after I volley, that's also a fault. Right? So if I'm back here and somebody hits a short shot and I run and I hit an overhead here and then I continue past here, that's also going to be a fault.
So at what point after the volley can you go in there after it goes
Yeah,
to the
you
other
have
side?
to hit and stop. You have to be set, right? So people think, well, the point was over before I went in the kitchen with the no volley zone. Still a fault, even if you win the point, right? So your forward momentum cannot carry you in. If you hit a shot and then fall in, still a fault, right? If Joan's here behind me, grab my hood, right? And she grabs my hood to prevent me from falling in, still a fault.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If Joan and I are holding hands and my foot's in the no volley zone and she hits a shot, still a fault. There's a whole bunch of rules around the no volley zone. I don't want to go down.
Just avoid the
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, if you're volleying, avoid the kitchen, right? So if you're going to volley, just make sure you're well behind the no volley zone line. The mistake that you're all going to make most when you first start playing is the two bounce rule. You're going to hit a volley before you're supposed to, and kitchen faults. The no volley zone is, you'll often hear pickleball players call it kitchen. It's the no volley zone, but if they call it the kitchen, they're talking about the no volley zone. Okay, that has the most rules around it. So I'm going to play a little. I'm going to have Jerry and Sue go on that side. Nick and I are going to be here. Everybody else is going to be on the sideline over here, just so you can see. Yeah. Oh, Peter had a question. Yeah, you finish your question first, then I'll get to Peter's.
Even if you hit a volley and you're slowly going in, and they make contact and it's coming back, and you fall in, is that still?
Yes. Yeah, because it's still. That was the question? Okay, good stuff. All right, so we're going to have a little rally here, and sometimes I'm going to volley, and I'm going to be in the kitchen, and sometimes I'm going to volley, and we're going to be outside of the kitchen. So every time I volley, I want you to say volley. Every time I volley while I'm in the kitchen, I want you to say fault. Okay? Here we go. Oh, that's a fault. Right? Yeah. Go ahead. You can hit that, Nick. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. Volley. Was it legal? It was totally legal. Exactly. Okay. Try another one. Okay. Exactly. So I volleyed it and then I fell in the kitchen. That's a fault, right? Keep going. Keep going. Volley. Oh, you're supposed to hit a volley there. It's okay. Never mind. It's trying to be tricky. Yeah. Okay. Everybody understands what we're doing. Okay. So that's the volley, or that's the kitchen, no volley zone fault. Let's talk about the two bounce rule. So we're gonna We're going to pretend that we're serving. We're not at the back line. We're just going to do it from here. And we're going to go serve, bounce, return, bounce, and then it's okay to volley. If anybody volleys in those first two, we're going to call it a fault. So you're going to sue. You're going to serve. Sue. Please don't sue. Just serve. That would be a fault, right? Because I took it. Yeah. Fault is the point is over right at that split second. Yep. All right. So you want to. Oh. Fault. Exactly. Okay. So it's got to hit the ground before it hits me. Oh, good man. Yeah. Good job. Okay, so everybody understands what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to play a little game now. Just the 6-person rotation that we were doing in close, and we're going to be calling faults. Okay, on those, we're going to be calling faults. You can start on the other side. Yep, you can be right here, Kitty. All right, Nick, your partners with Deb there. All right, so serve away. I want you to aim for the dot when you serve. Oh! Okay. So Jerry went like this to hit that out of the air, and he missed it. If he had made contact, would it have been a fault?
That's a fault, yeah.
That's right. Were you doing that on purpose?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's rotate one position. Rotate one position. Yeah. No, we're ground stroke serving right now. Oh, too hard. Aim for the dots, young lady. Aim for the dots, young lady. Good job. Oh. Okay, rotate one position. How you doing, Peter? Oh! Okay, let me ask, were you both afraid of going in the kitchen?
No, it was
No?
more,
Okay.
I didn't want to get hurt.
Okay, yep. Good. Okay, so let's rotate one position. You are allowed to go in the kitchen for a ground stroke for sure, so don't worry about that. Just don't hit out of the air. Oh, okay. All right, rotate one position. We're gonna get to that, I promise. Yeah, we'll get to that. Good question. Yep, and bounce serve, there we go. All right, so come on in. Or actually, let's go over to Peter. Let's get you bring your chair closer so we don't, like, we're putting on way too many miles here. Okay, so Peter's question is ground serve only? No, you can ground serve or you can volley serve, right? You can do either. For right now, I just want ground serves because we're trying to control the ball, and when people start volley serving, the ball starts flying too far, whereas ground stroke serving right now is just a better way to control the ball. But that's a good question.
Out there, you said that the first 2 strokes have to be ground strokes?
Yes.
So even if you did a volley serve, your return serve as the server has to be a ground
Yeah.
stroke as well.
So the serve doesn't count as one of the first 2, right? It goes serve, bounce, return, bounce, right? So the serve itself can be a volley serve or a ground stroke serve, whichever. But it needs to bounce on the other side of the court. The return needs to bounce before you can volley it. Okay? Now, the very last thing that happened there was a ball touched the net as it was crossing the net, right? If it touches the net, so there's different rules around the serve, but during play, if the ball touches the net and goes over, it's still fine. Doesn't matter, right? If you touch the net, it's a fault. If your racket touches the net, it's a fault. But as long as the ball touches the net and crosses, it's fine. You're going to see a lot of times in pickleball where the ball hits the net cord, rolls down the net cord a foot, and then rolls over the net. And you can't stop it. That's just a free point for the other side. Right? Okay? If it hits the net and doesn't cross and falls back on your side, that's out, or that's down. All right, so we've learned what a ground stroke is, we've learned what a volley is, we've learned the 2-bounce rule, we've learned some kitchen rules. There are a lot of kitchen rules. I'm not covering them all today. Okay? You'll get to know them as there are rules around the net and balls touching hard parts of the net versus soft parts. We're not going to get into any of that today. What we're going to learn now is a rally, concept of a rally. A rally starts with a serve and ends with a fault, or the ball being out, or the ball bouncing twice on the court, or fails to cross the net. It might go into the net. Okay? So at the end of a rally, something will happen. But we're not going to get into this something yet. We're just going to learn the start of a rally. We're going to learn to recognize what a rally is. Okay? So let's go back into the court. Do that. All right. We're also going to learn about boundary lines. So for this little demonstration that we're going to do, our back boundary line is going to be the blue line. So any ball that lands on this side of the blue line is going to be out. Make sense? Okay, Sue, come on, or Deb, come on in here. You can serve Jerry. All right, we're going to, from the blue line, we're playing the entire game within the blue lines, aiming for the dots. All right, so serve. Yeah. Oh, so that would be a lost serve. Okay, so that rally would be over because his serve didn't cross the net. So that rally would be over. Let's start a new rally with Deb serving. Was that out or was that in? Okay, so if it's on the line, it's in. Kitty's ball didn't cross the net, so that rally is over. Okay, so Jerry's going to serve now. In. Oh, it didn't cross the net. So that rally would be over. Okay, somebody serve. Kitty, you serve. Oh. Huh? Keep going. Out. Okay, so that rally ended. Now, Deb hit a ball that was clearly going to go out. Is that okay? Yeah. No. But Deb hit a ball out of the air. It was clear. It was well out. She was out of the court. Because she hit it, it's still in play. If she had not hit that ball and it had hit the ground, it would have been out the second it hit the ground, right? So if we're playing, the boundaries of a pickleball court are the outside green line in a real pickleball game, the outside green line. So let's say that I'm playing with Jerry against Kitty and Joan. And the ball's way over here, and I hit it. It was going to be out, but because I hit it, it's still in play, right? If Joan hits the ball over here and I catch it because it's out, it's still in play. You guys would win the rally. Exactly. The rally's not over until the ball hits the ground. Really important thing to remember. If somebody serves the ball on the wrong side of the court and you catch it, you just lost a point, right? Right? So let the ball hit the ground. Okay? Yeah, so you let it hit the ground, and once it hits the ground, you say out. We're going to cover that too. So, all right, let's rotate one position. Play some more rally here. Nick, you're going to play now. You're going to serve. Out. Was that out? Yeah, it was out. Oh, did it touch the line? Okay, if it touched the line, it would be in, because that's our back boundary right now. Right? Okay? All right, so somebody serve, start a rally. In. Okay, so that rally's over. Let's rotate one position. Okay. In. Oh, it hit a dot. Did it rotate one position? Out. Okay, rotate one position. Okay, everybody understands what a rally is now, right? So a rally starts with a serve, a rally ends with some kind of mistake, fault, some kind of failure. We'll call it a failure, okay? So that's how a rally works. Now we're going to add in how the serve works. We're not going to start keeping points yet. I'm going to say point if there would have been a point, but we're not going to keep score yet. We're going to save the score for the final half hour. Okay, so we're going to pretend the game is just starting. The starting team, the player on the right always serves. So Nick's going to serve. You can stay here. Stay here, Kitty. Yeah, I'm just demonstrating. Okay, so Nick has to serve diagonally to Sue, and then we're going to play out the rally, and I'll tell you what happens. Yeah, we're still keeping everything in the blue line for now. Oh, Nick lost his serve. Okay, so now it would be his partner's turn to serve, because Nick's lost his serve. Okay? Out! Okay, so that team hit it out while this team was serving. So this team gets a point. Okay? And her reward is, you get to switch sides now. You're going to come over here, and you're going to come over here. Because your team won the rally on your point, your reward is you get to serve again. But you're tuned from a different side now. Yep. All right, so now she's going to serve from there. Out! Now it was out, but Nick hit it. Does that matter?
Yes, because it's still in play. And then
No. It's out the second it hits the ground. If he'd hit it out of the air, it would still be in play. But it hit the ground first. Out, yeah. As soon as it hit the ground out, the point was over. It doesn't matter if he hits it again. All right. So you guys got another point. You guys got another point. So what's your reward? You get to serve again. Just change sides. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Switch sides. There we go. Kitty's going to serve again. Here we go. This is going to be the last one, then we're going to rotate. Out! Okay. So now, this side, Nick has already lost his serve. Now Kitty has lost her serve. So the ball goes over to this side, which we call a side out, and this team would get to serve. Okay, we're going to rotate one position though. Nope, they get the ball. Yeah. All right. So you can only get points when your team is serving. Right? Okay, so Joan's side, that side is now serving. Their first server is serving, so Joan's going to serve to Deb. Out! All right, so what happened? They got a point. There we go. Awesome. Now you're going to serve from the other side. Out! So what happens? Joan loses her serve. Now our second server serves. Pass it to Sue.
And does she always serve from the right?
Wherever she is, when she gets the ball, that's where she's going to serve from. Yeah. Each team gets two serves. Okay. Oh, failed serve. So what happens? Ball crosses the net, side out. Okay, toss it over. Let's rotate one position. All right, so the player on the right's going to serve. It's going to be Jerry. All right, here we go. All right, Jerry gets a point. Yeah, exactly. What's Jerry's reward? He gets to serve again, but you got to switch sides. Yeah, there we go. Out. All right. Jerry gets another point. Exactly. Oh, it's yoga. Hey there, Sharon. I got her. No, it's every sport of doubles, racket sport with doubles. After you serve, you change. If you win a point, you change sides. Even tennis. Out. Server's out. Referee is calling the server out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so is that the correct side? Yeah. So everybody come on in. Come on in so you can hear this. We're gonna stand around Peter so Peter can hear this. You have a Morton's toe. I used to sell shoes. You have a Morton's toe. All right, not unusual for tall people to have Morton's toes. All right, okay. So the player on the right, when the ball comes to your side of the net, the player on the right always serves. Okay? We'll get into this in more detail in the next half hour. Well, we're into the next half hour now. So this is the time at which I go into it a little more in detail. Okay, so if Nick and I start the game, Nick's the player on the right. And Joan and Jerry start the game, Joan's the player on the right, the net's between us. Okay? So at 0-0, Nick's on the right, I'm on the left. At 0-0, Joan's on the right, Jerry's on the left, on your side of the net. If we get a point, switch sides with me. Our score is now 1, which is an odd number. I'm on the right, he's on the left. If we get another point, we have 2. We're back to even. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. He's always going to be on the right. I'm always going to be on the left. Every time our score is odd, we're going to be flipped. Right? Player on the right always serves. Right? So sometimes in a rally, you get mixed up. And you go, am I supposed to be on the right? Am I supposed to be on the left? What's our score? 2. Okay, 2. Then I'm on this side. He's over there. Understand that?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't.
No, that's fair. People get this mixed up all the time.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing that will cause people to retake this course, 102, because it's not easy for everybody to figure out. Some people have to draw it out on paper to figure it out. So every class, every time I teach this class, there are a few people that have trouble with this. Okay? So don't feel like you're the only person. Okay. So what's the score when the game starts?
0-0.
Yeah. Okay. So you and I are going to be the players. Nick, can you let Kitty be you? Just go over and be Nick. Okay. So you and I are partners. Okay. We're playing Jerry and Joan. Score's 0-0. You're on the right. I'm on the left. You get a point. You're on this side. What's our score now? 1-0. Is 1 an odd number or an even number? Odd. Okay. So when our score is odd, you're on the left. What if our score is 5? Where do you stand?
Here.
Yeah. Right. What if our score is what if it's 8-8?
Then I go back here.
That's right.
So we would do the right.
What if it's 10-1?
What do you mean by 10-1? We have one?
No, always we're serving. The servant. We always call our score first. We always call our score first.
What's the one? What's the one? We have one. We have one. Yeah. Oh, it's 10 for you guys. Yes. And we stay like this.
Exactly.
She's on right.
Yeah, exactly. What if it's 3-7?
3-7 is
Then I go here.
Yeah. Right? What's our score if it's 3-7? How many points do we have?
3.
Yeah, and how many points do they have?
7.
Okay. What if it's 11-10?
I stay like this.
Yeah, you got it.
11, they got 10.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You got it. Awesome. Does everybody understand that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's how we keep track of who's standing where. So if you pay attention to where you are at the start of the game, you'll always know based on the score where you're supposed to stand. Okay? Now, I want to introduce something else that's going to be, it confuses a lot of people, almost everybody. At the start of the game, we're going to start the game with you over here. Okay? At the start of the game, she's the first server, right? We play some points and we end up, our score is 7-5. Right? You guys are flipped around too. Okay. So 7-5, we just got the ball back. I'm the player on the right. I'm serving. Our score is 7, so I'm on the correct side. I'm server number 1 for this rally that's just starting. She's server number 2. We play 1 point. We win 1 point, so we're now at 8. We're now even, right? We lose. Ball goes over to your side. You guys both lose. Ball comes back over to our side. She's now server number 1 for the new rally.
Right. All of a sudden, if you guys get a point and you switch, now she's in the odds.
Yeah, exactly. So when a rally starts, when a side out occurs, when the ball comes over to your side of the net, depending on what your score is, either one of us can be on the right. Right? Whoever is on the right is server number 1. Right? That doesn't mean the person who started the game on the right. It means the person who was on the right when the ball crossed the net. People get really confused by this.
So it would change from rally to rally who's server 1 and 2.
Yeah, depending on what your score is, one person or the other is going to be on the right. So there's a difference between server number 1 and the starting server. Right? The starting server is the server who was on the right when we started the game. But that can change the difference between the starting server, the server who started the game on the right, and the server number 1 is who was on the right when we got the ball back and started to serve. Right? You saw that each team got 2 serves, right? Right? And we keep track of that in pickleball by calling the score and the server. So at the beginning, well, I'm not going to talk about the beginning of the game is separate, but let's say it's 5-5, and we get the ball back. 5-5-1, meaning server number 1 is now serving.
So you say
right?
score and then what your number.
Yeah, score and then the server number, right? So it's 5-5-1. She serves, tanks it into the net. Second serve, it comes to me. Score's now 5-5-2. Right? I serve it into the net. Damn. We've just lost both of our serves. Ball's side out. It's going over to your side. What's the score?
So it's still 5-5. Now I am 1
Right.
because I'm on the right side of this board.
Exactly. 5-5-1. You serve it into the net. Damn. Now it's Joan's serve.
5-5-2.
Exactly. So pass the ball to Joan. Right? What's the score, Joan?
5-5-2.
Good job.
Yeah.
We rallied and you guys got a point.
And it would be 6-5.
So change position. All right. So we rally. You guys got another point.
It would be 7-5-2.
Exactly. Okay. You served it into the net. Damn.
And it's 5-7-1.
Exactly. So pass the ball.
So it doesn't go back. No,
No,
because
because I lost
he
his-
lost his. Oh,
He
okay.
was the second serve.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Then what's the score?
So it's 5-7-1. Yes.
So
Because we have
we're yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And you're the person. Yes.
5-7-1. So then we rally and you get a point. What's the score?
So that's 6-7-1.
Correct. Okay. We serve and you served an ace. Smoke an ace. Way to go. What's the score?
7-7-1.
That's great. Okay. We rallied and Jerry hit an amazing shot and beat us. Now what happens?
Then you serve.
Yeah. What's the score?
5-7-2. No, you got 2 points.
We were at 7.
now.
Oh, 7. They're at least at 5.
They were at 7.
7 again. Okay, so 7-7-2.
Exactly. Right. And that's how it goes. Okay. All
I
right.
wondered what that third number was because like the very first day I came in, I heard you guys calling 3 numbers. I'm going, what the heck is the
Yeah.
third?
Okay. There's a complication. I'm not going to blow your minds with that complication just yet. We will get to it. But we now know enough to play a little game here and keep score. Okay? We're going to get Jerry to pull his chair right up beside the net so we can hear what's going on. Or not Jerry, sorry, Peter. So,
It's like Jerry pulled the chair. Pull up Peter's chair, maybe.
okay. Peter, you can put your chair right here. Right, it's the safest spot. We'll move the balls. You're going to be our umpire. All right, so we're going to play a little game. Whoever's on this post is going to stand behind Peter. Okay, we're going to play a little game. Come on over here, Kitty. You're going to be here. Jerry, you're going to be there. Joan, you're going to be here. And Nick, you're going to take my place. You're going to be here. Okay. Kitty's going to serve. Right now oh, sorry, Kitty. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had a ball. We're still going to play our little court, right? And we're just going to learn the scoring system now. All right. So we're going to start at 5-5-1. Okay? Fault. She served with her foot on the back line, so that's a fault. All right. So she's lost her serve. 5-5-2. Good job. Thank you for doing that. That was awesome. Out! Okay, what happens? Point for you guys. So rotate. Yeah. So this team got a point. So they now have 6 points. That team still has 5 points. What server number is this? 2. So the score is 6-5-2. Okay? Oh, loss of rally. They've lost rally. He was server number 2. So now we have a side out. What happens at side out? Yeah, you're server number 1. The player on the right serves on side out. So it's 5-6-1. Okay? It was out? It was out? You thought it was going to be out. Okay, so second serve. Aha, point. Okay, what do we call it after, what do we say after server 2 loses their serve? Side out. Yeah, it's a really important call that I want everybody to learn. Side out. It gets really noisy in here when there's 3 teams playing pickleball. You can't hear people. So you don't want to be standing there going, what happened? Whose serve is that? Blah, 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 yelling at each other because it just makes the room noisier. You just say, side out. This is the hand signal. That way everybody knows what just happened. Side out. Okay? All right, player on the right serves. Player on the right serves.
Right, that's right.
There we go.
What's the score again?
What's the score?
1.
Okay. Out. Point. Switch sides. Point.
6-7-2.
Oh, that was out. I'm sorry. It was not a point. Did I say point? I'm sorry. I thought it was. It was not a point. I made the wrong call. My mistake. Out. All right. So what do we have? Side out. 6-1. Out. Okay. So the hand, you heard everybody was talking, right? Second serve. Second serve. Okay? Side out.
So coach,
Yep.
everyone talking. The person that's serving should say the score.
Yeah,
not everyone.
exactly. Stop. Okay, stop. Okay, so the person who's serving is going to say the score. Very good point from Deb. The person who's serving is going to say the score. So you're going to say the score now. 6-6. 6-6.
6-6-1.
6-6-1. Correct. Yep. Okay, awesome. Okay, everybody's got an idea of what's going on now. So we're going to rotate 2 positions. So Nick and Kitty are going to come off. Jerry's going to come over here. Joan, you're going to be there. You're still going to be Jerry's partner. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start a new game at 5-5, 5-5-1. Deb is going to be serving. Out. All right, what happens? Second serve. Sue is going to call the score. Correct. Ah! Okay. I will point out that she hit that ball twice, which is a fault. And the second one was a volley, so that's really a fault. Okay. So that's a side out. What's the score? 5-5-1. Correct. Point. Correct. Out. So second serve. 6-5-2. Here, I'll take the dots now. We've got the dots. Everybody understands where we're playing now, so you can just hand me the dots. Oh, there's 2 there. Bonus. Oh! Second serve. What a good communicator Joan is. Oh, out. Oh! Oh! Yay! That's a point for you guys. Out. Okay, let's talk about that. So, awesome. She called out before the ball hit the ground. Is she allowed to do that? I get this question all the time in leagues. People go, oh, she called the ball out before it hit the ground, coach. I hear that a lot. She is allowed to tell her partner that she thinks the ball is out. That's right. If she says out before the ball hits the ground, which she's entitled to do, it's considered communication with her partner. And she's a professional communicator, so she did a very good job communicating with her partner, right? If the ball hits the ground and then she says out, that's a call. Right? Same word, two different contexts. One's before it hits the ground, totally fine, right? So if she says out before it hits the ground, and then it hits the ground, and she says out again, which she should do, right? The first one was telling her partner it's going out. The second one is telling you your ball was out, right? This happens all the time, and people get really upset about it. You are allowed to say out. Okay. Sorry, there was a long digression. What is the score? That's a side out, right?
Also 6-6.
Yes. Correct. Ah. Second serve. Yeah, I'll get to that. Out? Okay. Awesome. So, how many people saw that ball that landed in front of Sue as out? You did. Did you see it as out? Did you see it as out? Okay. So, that brings up a couple of things. Okay. So, all right, try to put it right on the dot. It stays there. Stay there, come on. Damn you. There you go. There we go. I got it.
There you go.
Okay. Is that ball in or out? No. From here. Is that ball in or out?
Out,
Is it on? It's.
but it has to be not at all on the line, right?
So the rule is you have to be able to see space between the ball and the line. Can you see any space?
No.
Can you see space? Yeah. So depending on your perspective,
Okay.
right? You have to call what you see, not what you think is happening down there. You have to call what you see. He has to call what he sees,
Okay.
right? You both have an obligation to everybody on the court to make the call that you see, not the call that you want, not the call that you believe to be true. You have to call what you see. Even if he's going to get mad at you, right? He's your partner. He has to call what he sees. You have to call what you see, right?
Yeah.
So depending on your perspective, one player may see it as in, one player may see it as out, right? It's a clear example of that, right? If you and I are playing on our side of the net, you have to call what you see, I have to call what I see. If we disagree, we have to give them whichever call benefits them. And they have to do the same for us. So call what you see every time, regardless of what your partner may think, regardless of what the score is, call what you see. Because you will depend on everybody else to call what they see as well. And if we all call what we see, the line calls will be fair, and we will not have any reason to dislike each other. That's the number one thing that people fight. Well, the number one thing people fight about is the color of the ball. But after that, it's line calls. Okay, we're going to have a drink of water, then we're going to come back and we're going to play a full court game. So let's go have a sip. How you doing? Yep. Yep.
So, when you're playing doubles, do you and your partner have to stay on your allocated side, or can you cross over like doubles in tennis? But then when it comes to the serve, you just have to.
Yeah, you just have to return to your positions after the play.
You don't typically serve from that blue line, do you?
No, we're just playing.
That's right.
It's really really hard to hear in here. And when I have people back at the baselines and I'm trying to communicate with them, the sound's echoing off the wall.
Service procedure is similar to tennis. Like you're serving from this side,
Yep.
you're getting it in that green box.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. I taught tennis for 30 years. Exactly the same. So.
Good call on my toe, though. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're Martin Stowe? Yeah.
Yeah, I had more I suffered from that for a while.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went away.
Well, with your height and your foot size, you would have a tough time getting shoes that fit you.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I had more luck if you go down to the States.
Yep.
Like 13 wides, right? So
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
Up here, limited selection.
Yeah.
As you probably know.
Yeah.
In the business, right?
Yeah, I sold athletic shoes for 30 years. And you would have been one of my customers because I specialized in people with Morton's toes and wide feet. So. Racket Network. I still work there. I don't do shoes anymore. Though. Woodbine. In Woodbine. There was one in Oak Ridge, and then we were in Woodbine, and now we're in Candy Meadows. Yeah.
We've had a lot of people that come and gone through that mall. It was usually the rent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, you guys work in the mall, or?
Woodbine.
Oh, okay.
You were in a location where it was the best Chinese food restaurant ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kept saying the rent was just insane. So
Yeah.
they got it.
Well, when I was in there, when I left, they were increasing the rent from $7,000 a month to $9,000 a month, and I was going into semi-retirement, so I moved to Canyon Meadows, the second floor, and I'm paying $1,500 a month rent now. Now I have 1/3 the square footage, but I mean, I just need to wind down and blow my inventory out, and then I'm retiring. So, anyway, it was tough through COVID, but
Yeah.
the place wasn't. It was high, but it wasn't the highest in this area. That's for sure. So, yeah. Well, it's 2,000 square feet. 9 is a lot for that location.
You didn't have like the major street frontage.
No.
Kind of around the corner.
Around the corner, hidden, end of the road. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing but a golf course beside us, and on the other side of the road. So, all right, everybody, come on out. Let's have a little chat.
And so the 9 rooms, I don't think it's ever about all the rooms you take care of it. Stuff, it always kind of seems like it could be better.
It definitely could be, but who pays for that? The tenants. Yeah. All right. All right, so we got, is everybody here? Am I missing one person? I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, that's 7. Okay, no, that's right. Okay. All right, we're going to play a full game now. We're probably going to struggle with it. My purpose isn't to make you struggle. My purpose is to just give you a sense of what the game looks like on the full court. So a couple of things are going to change. We're serving diagonally, and there's the kitchen. So we've been calling that blue line in all day. On a serve, that blue line is actually out. Every other line is in. In every other racket sport, every line is in. But in pickleball, for some stupid reason, that one line is out and only on the serve. It's a weird, quirky thing with pickleball. Yeah, so the serve has to cross that blue line. So it not only has to cross it doesn't have to fully cross the diagonal, the center line diagonally, because it can touch the center line and it's still in. Okay, but if it touches the blue line on the serve, it's out. I'm not going to worry too much about that today because we're just learning the basics. The other quirky thing about pickleball, this is actually true of all sports where they play this double scoring system. The serving team only gets one serve to start the game. So if you're the first team to serve, you don't both get a chance to serve. Only the first server, the person on the right, the starting server, gets to serve. Okay? And then once that person loses their rally, then the ball goes, we have a side out. So when we start the game, we don't say 0-0-2 or 0-0-1. We start the game 0-0 start, indicating that the starting server is the person serving. So then we have a side out, it becomes 0-0-1, right? And then after that, we will always call a number. But we say start at the beginning of the game to remind people that the starting server is on the right.
So which green line is the boundary?
Let's go. It's the outside one. We can actually look through the window here. That inside green line is a badminton line. We're not going to use that. We're going to use the outside of the court, all the outside. So think of the court as like a ping pong table, right? So the line that goes around the outside of a ping pong table is still on the table, so it's still in, right? If it misses the table and it misses that line, it's off the playing surface. Think of a pickleball court as the same thing. So if it lands outside of the line, it's landing out of the playing surface. So our playing surface includes the outside line all the way around the court. And then we have those kitchen lines, those no volley zone lines that we were talking about. Okay? So we know the scoring system. It's hard to hear in there. We're just going to try and play a game. It's important to use our hand signals. If a ball is out, we point out. If a ball is in, either one hand, because you've got a paddle. Put your paddle for a second. Yeah, it's one of my old paddles. All right. That's in. That's out. That's second serve. That's side out. Okay, we want to use our hand signals as much as possible because it's really difficult for people to hear in there. Okay, let's go in and try it and see what we can do. All right, I'm going to have you two, since you two were partners last week and you learned how to serve, I'm going to have you two be the partners. Peter, you can take your chair back, your throne back, and we're going to have Deb and Nick on this side. Nick, you were a tennis player. You're not going to have any trouble serving, are you?
I'm trying to.
Okay. All right, so let's just practice a couple of serves. We're going to have Joan serve to Nick. Just catch it, Nick. Just catch it. Whatever serve you are comfortable with. Catch it, Nick. Oh, was that good? No, I didn't cross the blue line, so that would be not an in. Okay, Nick, you're going to serve back to her from outside. Oh, did that cross the blue line? No. Okay, we're going to let Sue serve now. All right, going to back up a little bit, Deb, because she's going to serve to you. Oh, stop. It was past the blue line, but was it on the correct side of the court? No. Okay, so Joan's going to serve again. Yeah, that was good. Hey! Okay, so that would be a point. Or sorry, that would be a loss of rally. So no. 0-0 start. Yeah. That would be a loss. That would be a side out. So it comes over now. Remember the start. 0-0 start. Your team only gets one serve. Okay, what's the score? 0-0-1. Okay, so back up. Okay. Good. Play it out. Yeah? No, I said play it out. Play it out means continue playing the point. Okay, so you didn't return it, so that's a loss of your serve. So second serve. Your partner. What's the score now, Deb? 0-0-2. Correct. Okay, what happened? Point. Yep, change sides. Point. So what's the score now? 1-0-2. Correct. Was the serve good? No. Side out. What's the score? Correct. 0-1-1. Fault. She served from inside the court. All right, what's the score? 0-1-2, correct. Fault. Didn't land in the right side. Okay, side out. What's the score? 1-0-1, correct. All right, second serve. Nick serve. No, stay there, Nick. You didn't win. You didn't win. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Did not mean to confuse you there. Okay, what's the score? 2-0-1. All right, was that a legal volley? Yes, it was a legal volley. Okay. Sorry, second serve. What's the score, Nick?
0-2.
Yep, correct. 2-0-2. What happens? Point. What's the score, Nick?
3-0-1.
Who served the last serve? Yeah? Yeah, you serve again. Fault. Side out. What's the score? 0-3-1. Correct. Let's try not to do a service fault this time. There we go. All right, point. Oh, what happens? Second serve. Correct. Oh, look at that. It was in. Right. He's in. He's in. Side out. Okay. What's the score? Okay, pause. 3-1-1. Switch teams. You guys go be the team. 3-1-1. All right. The score is 3-1-1. Your score is odd right now. You're on the right. You got to remember that. 3-1-1. You're on the right when it's odd. Okay? Remember that? You're coming in the middle of a game. That's why I'm pointing this out. All right? Yeah. Oh, what happens? Second serve. What's the score? Stop. Stop. Can't serve till you say the score, my friend. You didn't say the score. Correct. Oh. Hit his toe. Automatic point. Jerry is absolutely in the wrong place at the wrong time today. Two. Point. What's the score? Correct. Aha! Good get.
6-1-2.
Okay, pause. You guys are going to go in and replace them at 6-1-2. All right.
I noticed you didn't like where I was standing.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Yeah. 6-1-2. Yep. Out. Point. If this is a horror movie, she'd never come back. Oh, it's not a horror movie. Thank God. What's the score? Correct. Okay, hang on a second. Pause. Everybody just stay right where you are. Nobody move. What's going to happen when Sue serves to Jerry? Jerry's way up. Okay? Well, we'll get to that, but up close is a bad strategy. Okay? That's right. It needs to bounce first, right? Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Go ahead. Call the score. 7-1-2. Fault. Side out. Okay. Last thing we're going to learn today is positioning on the serve. You might want to pull your chair in a little bit. Okay, so we know that when we start the game, if Joan and I are playing Kitty and Jerry, and Kitty's serving, I know that I have to let it bounce. And you know that after I hit it to you, you have to let it bounce, right? I also know that you're going to be hitting it to me. I could be hitting it back to either one of the two of you, right? So you guys are going to be at the baseline. So go to the baseline, right? Start the game. I'm going to be at the baseline. The only person who doesn't need to be the baseline is the returner's partner. So Joan can be right there at the blue line. Okay? Why? Because you're going to serve to me, I have to let it bounce. I have to let it bounce. So I want an area for the ball to bounce in. I'm going to return it. You don't know who I'm going to return it to. So you both need to be back. Because when I return serve to the back of the court. So you're going to stay back. Right? After I do my serve return, so it's been serve bounce, return, I hit my return, you have to stay back to let it bounce. I'm going to follow my serve in to here. Right? Now I'm not going to go any further than that. This is actually teaching you how to play like strategy, pickleball strategy now, but in pickleball you want to be here. So the serve returning team is always the first team to be here. Right? That's why my partner starts the game there, because she's not going to touch the ball until at least the third shot. Right? So she wants to be there. After my second shot, I'm going to move to here, because that gives us an advantage to you guys who are now back there.
I'm not allowed to hit the first return.
That's right, because she's serving to me. Right? If he's serving, you're going to be back and I'm going to be up. Yeah, it's got to go diagonally. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to finish now. We've got about 10 minutes left. We're going to finish. We're going to play and keep score just like we were, but we're just going to make sure at the start of every point that everybody's standing in the correct position. All right, so you can go back to where you were. So you guys are on the court. Okay. Okay, we're going to say the score is 6-6-2, and Sue is serving. Okay. All right, so who's serving? Right. Who's the returner? Jerry. Right. So where does the returner's partner stand? Where does the returner's partner stand? Yeah. Yeah. So you're backing up. Back. You're right here. Your partner's serving. When your partner's serving, you stay back. Yeah. Because it's got to go serve, bounce, return, bounce. Right? So back. There you go. Back. Out of the court. Yes, because if he returns the ball, he can return the ball all the way to here. So you need to be back so that you're not backing up. Right? So the question is, does she... The question is, does she have to be behind the line? The answer is no, but she should be. She wants to start behind the line, right? Because you guys can return it all the way to here, right? Okay? All right, so she's starting, you're up, you're back, up. There we go, okay. Stay out of the court, stay out of the court. There we go, good job, serve. Good. Follow it in. Okay, good job. Okay, side out. Kitty's going to serve. Who's the server's partner? Jerry. Jerry's back. Server's partner's back. Who's receiving serve? Joan. Receiver's partner is up. There you go, right there. Good stuff. All right, serve. 6-6-1. 6-6-1. Fault. Second serve. 6-6-2. All right. Good job. Up, Joan. Up. There we go. Fault, standing on the line. Okay, so that's side out. Jones serve. All right, server, server's partner back. Receiver, receiver's partner up. No, receiver. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. You're right. Receiver, receiver's partner. Here we go. 6-6-1. Out. Second serve. Server, server's partner back. Receiver, receiver's partner up. Good. Follow it in. All right. So who you served that? Okay, point. Point. Yep. 7-6-2. Who's the server? Where's the server's partner? Who's the receiver? Where's the receiver's partner? There we go. Out. Side out. Server. Server's partner. Receiver. Correct. Well done. 6-7-1. Good. Play it out. Oh, fault. Volleyed in the no volley zone. Okay, point for you guys. Point. 7-7-1. Yep. Serve again. All right. Server. Server's partner. Receiver. Oh no. Receiver. Receiver's partner. Well done. All right. Okay. Let's pause. You guys can replace them. Side out. Oh no. Yeah. So what's the score? 6-7-2. You're 6. Yeah. 6-7-2. You're coming in the middle of a yeah. 6-7-2. Good. 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 Oh, but you get a point. What's the score? Correct. Fault. Side out. Score. 7-7-1. Hang on. One up. Yeah, okay. Okay. Good. Awesome. Oh, you got a point. What's the score? Okay, hang on. There we go. Oh, wait a minute, Lowell. There we go. Second serve. What's the score? 7-2. We got it. Fault. Side out. Second serve. Very good, Joan. Oh! Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Everybody except you guys stay there. Sue's gonna stay there. Everybody, Nick there, Deb there, Sue's over there. Everybody else right along here for now. Okay. Oh, sorry, Sue, you're still here beside me. Yeah. Everybody else along here for now. Okay. I want you guys to go back to the baseline. Okay. Okay. Hit a ball. Hit a ball. Try and get it past me. Try and get it past me. I want to show you why you need to be here. Everybody's afraid to be here. So if I'm here, you're not going to be able to get a ball past me, right? So your objective in pickleball, as soon as you can, is to get here when they're back there. Because if they're trying to hit from back there, their only option is to go over your head, right? If they go over your head, it's probably going to go out, right? So don't be afraid. When I say come up and you're the receiver's partner, there's no point in standing here because you're leaving a whole bunch of court in front of you that the ball can get to. You're in a much better position to be close to this line, right? Because then you can prevent the ball from getting past you. That's all. And yeah, you in pickleball, so come on in. So yeah, you stay there. Come right into the line. This is the most common position in pickleball. All 4 people at the net. We call this at the net. This is the most common. Sorry? Nope. Nope, because I'm trying to hit the ball down as often as possible. Oops, I'm sorry. I missed that. I'm going to hit that, right? So I won't hit you, I promise. Right? Yeah, so I'm going to do this so that they cannot hit down on the ball. As soon as the ball pops up, the point's going to end. Okay? But we'll get into that in 103 if you guys come back for 103. Okay? So I just wanted to close that. When I say up, I'm not trying to make. Yeah. 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 Yeah, but so when you're the receiver's partner, the ball is never going to come in the air to you, right? Because you don't have to hit a ground stroke because you're the receiver's partner. So this team is serving. It's going to go diagonally, bounce, and then it's going to bounce, and then you can hit it out of the air. If you're up, you're the first person who's going to get a chance to hit it out of the air. So that's why you want to be up, right? You want to take. So this game, serve, bounce, return, bounce, and then if you can, volley, 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 right? That's how we want to play. So, all right. So we learned how to score today. We learned what a rally is. We learned what a side. We learned so many things today. I'm sure you all have questions. Want to talk about it in the lobby? Let's go talk about it in the lobby. Thanks for bringing your throne, Your Highness.
My loyal subjects.
Awesome. All right, so questions?
You had a question about this morning.
Okay.
Because what happens is you start where you are with odd even, but then as the game progresses, you may start your rally or your turn opposite to where you would have started the game. So
yeah.
We could literally be at 4. I could have started the game as in position 1, odd position on the right, but we could be scoring at 4. I am now off.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand your question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody here is thinking, well, he covered that.
No, we talked about it and we were all.
Did I cover it?
no.
I said there's a difference between the starting server and the first server.
But you said throughout the game, I will always be.
No. That's the distinction I was trying to make. So don't worry about it. 103 will clear up any areas that you're not 100% sure on. That's why we have it in 3 segments. The first segment is for people who need to learn how to hit the ball. Everybody here can hit the ball, so if you didn't, some of you took 101, that's awesome. Some of you didn't. I didn't see anybody here today that I think should go back and do 101. We're done 102. 103 is where we kind of start to put it all together. So in 103, we'll recover some of the rules, some of the stuff that you might be a little foggy on. We're going to hit the ball. We're going to play full games in 103. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, probably a third of the people take 103 a couple or 3 times, right? Just because they want to really, some people are really self-conscious about not knowing the rules or how to play. So take it as many times as you want, and there's no limit on it. But 103, you'll get an opportunity to recover some of this stuff. right? And believe me, there's people who've been playing pickleball for 3 years who still get confused the difference between starting server and first server. Not everybody gets it, right? And usually the person that you're playing with, you count on them to remember. So, but if you want to learn, right, there's an opportunity for you to learn. So, good question, fair question. I did cover it, but if you go watch, this is another thing. You can go back and watch the video. There's video of this, and hopefully the mic was working the entire time. You can rewatch what we did today. So, any mistakes that I made, you get to catch me red-handed on them. Okay. All right. So you might go back and listen to a part that I said again and see it over again, and you'll hear something different this time.
And the links are on Cedar webpage?
Yes. So if you go back to the Sign Up Genius page where you signed up, this video will be posted probably Monday, late Monday afternoon sometime. There should be links there. All right, and that's assuming that the video recorded for the section, because sometimes the camera dies. So one time I got a phone call in the middle of a lesson, so it stopped recording. Most of the time the mic is off. So those kinds of issues. But we try and record the lesson. So any other questions? All right, so 103 is an option for you. If you want to jump in and buy a membership and start playing here, you can too. So you can always reach me through the Cedar Brae website. Next set, I think, and I don't know if there's spots left or not, but if there's not, I try and offer multiple sessions of 103, so if there's nothing available right now, just keep checking back every few days. I add more sections as soon as I can.
I have a friend that wants to do the 101 again. When is that going to be?
So it's on a cycle, 101, 102, 103, 101, 102, 103, 101, 102, 103, 103. But the 103 is whenever there's spare court time. If something pops up and a course gets canceled, I usually schedule a 103 in its place, because that's my highest demand course. People who've been to 101 and 102, but they want to get a little more practice in. They want to work a little more on the score, because it's a really safe space for people to learn in. Before you start playing drop-in. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Some people are very, women tend to be really self-conscious about that. Guys like Nick or Peter or Jerry, they're like, I don't need to know the damn score. Yeah, exactly. I'll figure it out. So whatever your personality type is. All right, any questions? You don't even have to take 103. So that's actually a good question. Do I have to take 103? No. You've done 102. You can start playing here at Cedar Brae now if you want. If you damn 103, forget it. I'll figure it out later, like Nick is. That's fine. You don't have to take 103. It's not a requirement. Okay. Yeah. I find a lot of guys just want to go play, and they'll figure it out later. Yes. Oh, this center's full of drop-ins, and there's drop-ins every day for beginner. There's drop-ins almost every day for novice. So it's a great, if you get a membership here, you can drop in. So as long as you're available during the day, during the week, that's when the drop-ins are.
The membership here starts April.
It says May 1st. Yeah. But the membership is prorated. So if you come in 3/4 of the way through the year, then you get a 75% reduction on your membership. Right. So that you pay a membership, it's $15 for the full year, or it's prorated based on the quarter. Your ball fee is the same regardless. If you sign up the day before the membership ends, you're still going to pay the full year ball fee. It's less than the price of 3 retail balls. Less than the retail price of 3 balls is what I'm trying to say.
How much is it?
$15. Yeah.
For the membership?
No, 15 for the membership and 15 for the ball fee for the year. It's super ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and then each time you come for a drop-in, it's 1 punch in your card. Card with 10 punches is $80. So every time you come, it's $8, but that's for 2 hours, so it's $4 an hour. So it's practically free.
There's no evening hours.
Not for beginners, but once you get through the beginner level, there are evening programs, and there are competitive programs on the weekend. We have a competitive stream too. All I've talked about today so far is the recreational stream. So I teach the athletes in the competitive stream as well. So I have feet in both worlds.
If you don't have partners, then you come over here.
Doesn't matter. Drop-in is drop-in. Everybody shows up as an individual. That paddle rack behind you matches people up, and you'll get a partner.
You just play with different people.
I play with different people all day. Yeah. Yeah. The word loser is not allowed here. It's winners and almost winners. More questions? All right, it was a pleasure meeting you all, and I'll see some of you in 103, and Nick, I'll see you in the championships. All right.
Gold medal.
Gold medal, there you go. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. I'm actually going to make one because I have a board meeting now, and then I have my league starts in an hour and a half. So.
Oh, wow.
Oops. Hey, Lori or Lorraine, is Rob here? Oh, he's on his way. Okay, I'm going to make coffee. You want a coffee? Okay. I just got to shut off this camera. Close. Close.